as a policy, provides a lot of incentives for which local businesses need to take advantage of. We have decided to come into this and a few Ghanaian-owned banks. Wedi Africa Limited, as part of 1D1F companies or factories, Exim Bank. Exim Bank are key partners when it comes to funding. We are currently in talks with ADB as well through the same 1D1F structure to secure some further funding for our working capital needs. The business climate in Ghana has been improving over the years with direct efforts by government through various policies to reduce the tax burden on Ghanaian companies. Incentives such as getting 1% tax rate in agro-processing, for instance, induced us to come into this part of the region. We also have favorable climate for agribusiness here in Brekum West, for instance. Constant rain, good sunshine, soil facility. These are some of the factors that help or inure to the benefit of farmers when it comes to agriculture. We situating this factory here in Brekum West is because Brekum West is a tomato producing area, with communities like Fetenta, Butukru, Gini, all famous for their tomato processing. The general political climate has been good for business, unlike neighboring communities within West Africa, where we have a lot of instability. Business doesn't thrive in those regions. But for us here in Ghana, the political stability since the 1992 Constitution has impacted positively on the general business climate. We are calling on other partners or other investors locally and also from multinational sources to come and invest in Ghana. Ghana is a business destination for West Africa and then Africa at large. We have the infrastructure, the human resource to support the growth of your businesses. Join us, let's grow in Ghana and let's grow with Ghana.
When we set up the Universal Motors in 2004, we registered with GIPC, and that was the reason was to represent Volkswagen in Ghana. So we were the importers of Volkswagen in Ghana. When the government came out with the policy of assembling cars or introducing the automotive industry in Ghana, we jumped on the occasion immediately and informed our principals, Volkswagen, who showed immediately a big interest, definitely after promoting Ghana, talking about the ease of doing business, about the center of the earth, if you want, as well. And as being the hub for West Africa and hopefully Africa.
On the global platform, we are really a giant. We're the #1 automobile company coming into the Ghanaian market. We are very optimistic and very quite confident that we are going to also boost quality cars and the standards also into a top level.
Our target is to reach every single, possibly every single client or user, driver in Ghana by introducing cars from the entry segment like the Polo or the Gold, going up to the top segments.
We build the cars here. We make it much more affordable because the government policy which is supporting the importation or having also import taxes below, this makes it much more affordable to a Ghanaian market, and I will not advise that you will go back to Europe and import the same car here. You will get it here. It's the same brand, it's the same engine, same standard, and also same quality.
Most of the current auto industry manufacturers around the world, China, for example, or Thailand, or other countries around the world, started the way we started now as SKD and developed to be one of the major manufacturers of auto industry. So we are moving step by step, developing with Ghana into the auto industry.
The economy is boosting, people are spending, and this is also our surroundings around the sub-Saharan Africa. Ghana has been always been the lead. So we saw Ghana as a foot, the gateway that we have to step in.
We have employed new people, but at the same time, with the growth, many more people are being employed.
We enter in here with our partner, Universal Motors, who is having over 300 staff here. We have a new engineers or mechanics that they are even, I would say, they are now doing the most wonders now in VW industry in Ghana. They are building the cars.
It's a very good first step into developing the auto industry, and this is the best way, the real way to grow in Ghana and then to grow with Ghana.
Fellow investors, we have taken the lead. It's all about collaboration. We invite you, let's all get together, grow in Ghana, grow with Ghana.
We are in the hospitality industry, so we have two parts of the business, the restaurant business and the hotel business. So for the restaurant business, we normally cater to food and drinks, and we provide also wedding packages for big parties or birthday parties. And for the hotel side, we provide rooms and services to both foreigner tourists and also as well local Ghanaians. So we are mature in the sense that we have been in business for 10, 15 years, but we see the growth year after year because of the economy in Ghana in general. You know, the population is growing, and then the middle class population is growing as well. And also last year there was the Year of Return events in Ghana. So that attracted a lot of foreign tourists in Ghana in general and as well as Kumasi. So that really helped and promoted our business a lot. I'm originally from Taiwan, and I came to Ghana actually with my parents in the 1980s. Ghana is a very attractive place for investment. My father has been here for a long time. We know the system, we know how stable the country is. We have seen the economic growth in Ghana. So I decided to come back to start a business, to take over my dad's business, and try to grow it in Ghana. The government regulations and the environment as a whole, the political environment, the safety issues, and it's very attractive for foreigners to come invest in Ghana. And it's relatively easy, as you know, there's a GIPC, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, that is able to help you to navigate through the system, right? If you have a question regarding taxes, labor law, or how to get the licenses, they have the resources to help you out, right, to guide you which agency or which government institution to go and apply for the permits. So it has been a very good relationship, and I really appreciate what they have done for us and for foreign investors in Ghana. You know, in this industry, we have to employ a lot of workers in terms of housekeeping, kitchen staff, and waiter and waitresses. So we have employed over 50 employees during the regular season, And in the December, Christmas time, of course, we have to employ a lot more. It's beneficial to the local community in terms of employment. We are located close to the Ratchet Park, close to the airport, about 15-minute drive from the airport. We are close to the Kumasi Mall, which is about 10-minute drive, and we are close to the Kumasi Royal Golf Club. So it's very convenient and there's no traffic. So it's the overall package that attracts the customers. So it's the quality of the food, service, and then the pricing, and of course the location. Whenever you visit Kumasi, please give us a chance to share our experience with you, to enjoy our environment, our food, and share the memory with us. So together, let's grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
State Housing Company is an agency under the Ministry of Works and Housing. We are the #1 nation builders. We offer homes for every Ghanaian. We're currently building in all the regions. We're building 2-bedroom apartments, 3-bedroom apartments, 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom standalone units. We also have our 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom deluxe homes as well. You can get state housing at Tamale, Cape Coast, Sunyani, Kumasi, and we'll currently start very soon in Volta region, and of course the capital city, Accra, as well. We're helping build communities. By building communities, we're also creating jobs where we are giving opportunities to artisans to take part in our projects as well, and also allowing other companies to get involved in state housing. I think what makes state housing remarkable is the fact that we're a government institution, but we operate with a private sector mindset. There's no litigation issues when you're purchasing from state housing. We offer excellent customer service, and we build with quality materials, and our payment terms are very flexible. We offer mortgage facilities where we are working with other banking institutions where they offer excellent rates for Ghanaians to purchase homes in Ghana. I think looking at Ghana overall, we are experiencing good thriving economy in terms of Ghana being a gateway to Africa. We have a stable political environment as well, where we've been very peaceful. We haven't had any issues in terms of civil war in Ghana, so obviously it makes it a destination for investors to invest in Ghana, especially in the housing industry. I think another thing we have to look at is the fact that we're also thriving. We've changed the organization structure of state housing, where we made ourselves very competitive to the open market in terms of affordability we offer our clients. As an indigenous Ghanaian company, our legacy is to help reduce the housing deficits we're currently facing. We intend to help reduce the housing deficits by building more homes across the length and breadth of Ghana. We're looking at putting in systems of mortgage facility. We're looking at using innovative ways to build, which will help reduce the cost of construction. And that is the legacy we want to leave as State Housing Company. Ghana is the best place to do business. It has the fastest growing economy in West Africa, according to IMF and the World Bank. Not only do we offer residential projects, we are also into commercial activities as well in terms of building warehouse, industrial parks. We offer SPVs, we offer joint ventures, we offer partnership, and we are also willing to work with individuals who are also interested in partnering with State Housing for us to help develop their properties. At State House, we have all the technical expertise, the full team in terms of the QS, the financial, and the business development department to help us market your products. We encourage you as an investor, both local and foreign, to come on board to partner State Housing Companies so that together we can grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
The company is situated along the Takoradi Emina Highway. Petersfield and Ray Group produces fruit juices, natural mineral water, both in sachet and in bottles. It is wholly owned by Ghanaians. It was established in 2018 under the 1D1F project. We had a facility from Exim Bank which propelled us to this stage of growth, where we've been able to produce all our core products. All people working in the company are employed in this municipality. That's the Commander Edina Eguafo Abram municipality. And they contribute 90% of the workers in the factory. Currently, Petersfield and Ray Group Company employs 65 permanent workers, 25 casuals, and has provided over 500 employment for outgrowers. And we have our nucleus farm that provides the company with the various fruits needed for production.
I'm working here for 2 years. Before I came here, I was having my own farm. I was doing cassava business and plantain. The farm has helped me a lot because when I didn't come here, let's say, I was facing a financial problem. So after 2 years I came here. I was having some little money to solve my problems, let's say at home and my farm. If government supports the farmer, I'll be happy.
It's Untitled Chapter. Me a Kojuma. I'm a Kojuma, me and Mobadu, Banchi, Contemporary. Oh, the phone, and I'm a pesca, and I work with families in the Bissat Tremodman. See me, my bed, no, bumpy, many women of medical school, office, me, Bissashim way. When I'm starting, and been a bomb is somewhere than see.
As a company, we are in the growth stage, going into the maturity stage, because all our product has been rolled out, and marketing is going on well. As a biochemical scientist with nutrition minor, I make sure that our product is one of the best for consumers to have the necessary nutrients to propel their lives to a height that God has given them. Petersfield and Rail Group has the best team one can ever have in such an industry. I want to leave a legacy with raindrop products to be one of the best in nutrition and food in Ghana and the rest of the world. Doing business in Ghana is one of the best that you can have in the world. Ghanaians are friendly, hardworking. The government is very supportive. We have good investment potentials. So I would advise that anybody who wants to do business in Ghana is welcomed because it's always profitable. We are appealing to investors both in Ghana and outside Ghana to come and invest in Ghana and more so in raindrop products at Petersfield and Rail Group. Let's grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
Latino company is a manufacturer of mattress, pillows, and some of the other furniture. We are also manufacture the baby diapers. Our mattress is the tatami mattress. Most of the raw material is from Ghana. Like the nature grass and the foam. By now we have employee 86 Ghanaian. In the future we are planning to employ over 200 Ghanaians. They are the factory workers, some of the driver, some of the office. Yeah, you know, different position. We distribute our products to Kumasi, Accra, Takoradi, Tamale, Cape Coast, Wa, and the other areas. I've been in Ghana almost 20 years. I like Ghana. It is a peaceful country. It has good worker, good weather, stable economy. Ghana is a good country for the business. It have the population is more than 30 million. It have the harbor. It have the port. Is a member of the ECOWAS. It can export the product to the other West African country. Your investment is safe in Ghana. GIPC, when we import the machine, we can get the zero rate duty and zero rate VAT. And also the GIPC, the officer, they are good for us. They are friendly. When we have something inquired, they always friendly to us to try to help us. We want when they are mission out of run, we want they can think is the good quality and good price. I encourage investors to come to Ghana. Let's grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
KKTR specializes in salvaging timber from Lake Volta, turning it into sawn timber products for export and charcoal from surplus timber. Ketekrachi's first full year of operations was 2018. The business was actually founded in 2015 and we started with 1 employee. At this point, we have 120 direct employees. What we like most about this business is that it's a business that takes things that are a hazard, which is stumps in Lake Volta, and turns them into employment, revenue, and exports. I would say the biggest selling proposition is the nature and the source of the timber, because this timber comes from a reclaimed source as opposed to living trees that have been felled. And furthermore, because the trees have been immersed for 60 years, there's no sap left in them, so they're not attractive to insects, and they're lighter with the same amount of strength. The primary indirect impact has been we have removed stumps from Lake Volta that were a hazard to navigation. We've created employment in our local community. We've substituted timber that is salvaged for trees that were being cut from living forests.
I'm a native of Sedom, and I'm working here as a laborer in Ketekrachi Timber Recovery. Before I joined the Ketekrachi Timber Recovery, I'm a fisherman and a farmer. The income is not regular. So when the Ketekrachi Timber Recovery came, I was employed. We are happy that the company has come into our community and most of the guys are joining it.
I've been working here since 2016, the company started. Really, it has helped me a lot to have funds, revenue to look after my siblings and then my grandchildren. We have about 120 employees at Ketekrachi Timber Recovery Limited, and we employ 80 to 90% from a Submarine district.
For our CSR, we built boreholes in the local community, we funded the reconstruction of a clinic, and we supply fishermen with fishing implements. We have found bodies such as One District, One Factory and GIPC very helpful in resolving issues that are caused by problematic regulations, misapplied regulations, and the like. Overall, the experience has been positive, and there's a lot of opportunity here. Ketekrachi is registered at GIPC, even though it is a locally owned business. And what we have found is they are very helpful with regulatory issues. Ketekrachi joined One District, One Factory because we are located at Sedom, which is a rural community, and the infrastructure here is poor. So 1D1F helped us by connecting us to the grid and by improving the local road network. Our goal is to make Ketekrachi Africa's largest producer of environmentally friendly timber. Ghana is a wonderful investment destination. Political stability, pro-business regulations. And I believe that this environment is one that should not be missed by international investors and also local investors. So come, invest, and grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
Zpay is a total beverage company. We are manufacturers of both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages. Zpay is at a growth stage. What I want to say is that we are continuously improving upon our products and also increasing our markets outreach. So currently we are looking at the local markets, and we have a broader focus with the global market as well. We can boast of employing over 600 workers at the Accra branch, and currently the Tanaso factory is looking to employ over 300 employees. This creates job avenue for those in the private sector. Also, you know of our favorite brand, Awake, whereby with every bottle that you buy, 1 pesewa is donated to the National Cardiothoracic Center at Kolebu. This is aiding improving upon the health lives of people over there. We also have projects that has helped in creating of water supply to regions where water availability is much difficult to come by. Zpay is a wholly owned Ghanaian company, and our success is based on the stable economy that is here currently in the country, the rich supply of raw materials, political stability, as well as the market size. So looking at all of this, this has made Zpay a success story that is encouraging to other companies that would want to pick it up. The Ghana Investment Promotion Center has been a backbone to our success story, in that apart from being part of the Ghana Club 100, which has made it a brand publicity for the company, that's helped boost up our market's recognition. And this has promoted the brand in all other aspects of the country in terms of sales and profitability. We've had tax exemptions on some of the things that we have to import, including raw materials and equipment. This has made the easy flow and then running of the company, and cutting down on would-be costs we could have generated, all thanks to the GIPC. When the president of the country came out with a very good initiative that was focusing on developing the public and private sector to both large-scale industries and small-scale industries, we took advantage of that to see how best we could also improve upon our market reach in the country. When we joined the 1D1F, we were given wonderful packages that enabled us to meet up to deadlines in setting up of the factory. Some of these included tax exemptions on some of the equipment and material that we needed to develop the factory. Also, the 1D1F project enabled us to facilitate certain registration purposes that needed to have been done. And with the help of the 1D1F, we were able to improve and facilitate upon all those registration needs and legalities that were involved. We here in Kasaprekon, we believe in product development. So what we do is that we have a market research team that works hand in hand with our R&D department. So with good customer service relationships, we're able to hear the feedback from our consumers. And what we do is that we tailor our products to meet the needs and demands of our consumers. The legacy Kasaprekon would like to leave behind is we would want to be recognized as a manufacturing company that produces safe, quality, and affordable beverages, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, with exceptional customer service for all the brands that we produce currently in the country and on the global markets. Dear all investors, both local and foreign, we would like to use this opportunity to encourage you to invest in Ghana, partner with companies such as Kasaprekon, so that as one, we can grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
So Selina Beb Designs was established in 2012, and it was born out of my passion and my love for fashion. I used to live in the UK for 11 years. I schooled and worked in the UK, and I moved back to Ghana in 2008. So moving back to Ghana in 2008, I noticed that African fashion was really in vogue, and it was trending, especially the African-inspired accessories, in particular bags. So I love these African print bags and the clothes, and I used to buy them and wear them and use them, and I'll get lots of compliments. So with all these compliments that I was getting with wearing my African fashion, I started thinking maybe that dream I had when I was a teenager, or all these years of going into fashion, can actually be realized. I'm almost 10 years now into this business, and I'm still evolving, I'm still growing, still expanding, and I love where the brand has got into. I have 20 workers, both permanent and part-time workers, and that is 20 families that are benefiting from this company. Most of them, their livelihood depends on the brand. A couple of years ago, I remember we were invited to the end of year party for GIPC, where I got to put up a fashion show, and guess who were the models? Staff of GIPC actually modeled my products at that particular function, and that was a nice one. And also, we've participated in the Young Entrepreneurs Forum that GIPC organizes annually. We got to exhibit our products at the 2018 Young Entrepreneurs Forum, and that was a good one for us because we got lots of patronage for our products. We got to network, and then some opportunities came from that particular exhibition. I'm looking forward to more collaborations with GIPC, and also I am going to register with GIPC so I can open up the brand to the investor community, both home and abroad. So the brand has exhibited on a couple of international platforms. The first one was in London, Africa Fashion Week London in 2015, where we did the runway show and exhibited as well. That was really good. It gave us amazing exposure. We got bloggers and fashion enthusiasts all over the world writing about the Selina Beb brand, and that really put us up there on the global stage. We've done fashion shows in America as well, particularly in New Orleans. We did New Orleans Fashion Week in 2018, and that was also a very good experience for us, and people were amazed to see that things made in Ghana, in Africa, were being exhibited on the runway. I've had shows in Rome as well. So in 2020, in the wake of the Black Lives Movement, Beyonce wanted to highlight Black-owned businesses and for us to be able to support our own and buy from our own. And in Ghana, she chose fashion brands. There were just about 8 fashion brands initially when she named that Black Paris directory. And guess who was on there? Selena Babe was on there, and that's another very, very proud moment for me. Our first award was Accessories Brand of the Year in 2015 at the Glit Style Awards. And then we won an award at the Feminine Achievement Awards as well, where we were recognized for our exceptional designs and creativity. We've also won 2 awards in Italy at the Global Women Inventors and Innovators Awards ceremony. We've also been recognized by the Ghana Fashion Industry Awards, where I received recognition for my contribution to the fashion industry in Ghana. We have unique designs. We stand for quality, durability, and stylish products. The Made in Ghana factor is a big thing for us, especially for the international market. They'd like to know that this was actually made in Africa. They like to know that this is handmade. So it's not mass production, it's not being produced from China, it's actually authentic. So authentic fabric made right here in Ghana. What has made the Selena Babe brand survive for almost 10 years is passion, hard work, and perseverance. There are lots of challenges doing business in Ghana, but amidst the challenges are opportunities and optimism. To the diasporan community, I'd like to encourage you all to move back to Ghana, to invest in Ghana, and do business in Ghana. If I've been able to move back to Ghana from the UK and make it, I believe anybody at all in the diaspora can come and make it as well. So come back, let's grow in Ghana, and let's grow with Ghana.
And the Ministry of Finance. We're supported by the German government through her implementing agency, the GIZ. Ladies and gentlemen, our proud sponsor, KGL Group, and media support from City FM. I am, by the grace of God, Jerry Ajololo, and I'm thrilled to have you all back. I hope your snack was nice. Some of you are seeing 2-2. You are seeing God in 3D. Can we do some exercise to shake you up? Or you're fine? All right, the next session, ladies and gentlemen, is a mind-blowing session. You're going to be exposed to numerous, unlimited possibilities that exist right here in Ghana. We're going to have some amazing presentations and some discussions for you to understand in depth the numerous possibilities that are herein present. To walk us through the next stage, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to invite the General Manager for City TV and City FM, the host of the City Breakfast Show, yours and mine, Mr. Bernard Koku Avle. A round of applause as he comes.
Thank you very much, Jerry. Please put your hands together for Jerry one more time. Jerry is so smooth and so cool. How many of you like Jerry? I want to be like you when I grow up. Please make some noise for Jerry Ajololo. Amazing. So usually when you come for a conference and people stay after the coffee break, it means they are serious. So those who came for the optics have left. We are the guys who really are serious. Don't tell them I said this, okay? It's like when pastors organize evening service. If you do evening service and Sunday people come, it means they really want to come. So put your hands together for yourselves. I've been asked to ask you to keep your masks on, but I'm not wearing my mask because I don't know how to manage the glasses, this contraption, and the mask. It keeps falling off. So I'll just stay out of your way. I'll speak to this mic. If I'm coming close to you, just run away from me. Okay, is that a good idea? We're going to do a couple of things. We've had the vision for the Diaspora Conference. Now we want the details. We've been given the strategy. Now we want to discuss some tactics. And we're going to do 2 very important sectors. We're going to do the ICT sector. I don't like the word ICT. It sounds like an examination course. I like technology. So let's use technology. But ICT is what's written in the textbooks. And then we'll do the real estate and housing. We're going to do it in a very interesting way. We would invite 2 people to give brief presentations on their outlook for the sector. Then we would have what I call brief rapid-fire presentations on keys to invest in those sectors. Now, this is important particularly for those of us who are watching from outside and who intend to come and invest here. Then we'll have a short sit-down discussion. Is that a good idea? Oh, talk to me. Are you here or you've gone home? Is that a good idea? Brilliant. So for the ICT or the technology side, I'm going to invite a very good friend of ours who's the CEO of MTN Ghana. He will walk us through his views on essentially Ghana's technology outlook, right? Then I'll have two people from two key companies who understand and are working within the technology space to do what I call rapid fire presentations. Then I'll sit all three of them here and I'll ask them some questions. Hopefully there'll be time for you to join as well, both from Zoom, Google, and wherever. And then we'll bring in the guys from the real estate sector as well. So ladies and gentlemen, our first speaker to give us some insight into our ICT outlook is the one and only Selom Adadevo. Wow. Selom, I'll leave you here for the next few minutes, and then I'll come back and join you. Please welcome Selom one more time.
Thank you, Ben, and thank you, Jerry, as well. Good afternoon, everyone here. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I hope for the next 10 minutes or so I can share some thoughts on the ICT and technology sector. Her Excellency Erica Bennett, the Ambassador for Diaspora African Forum of the AU, Honorable Ministers of State present, CEO of GIPC, officials from the Diaspora Affairs Office, members from the Diplomatic Corps, my colleague CEOs, and other executives from the business chambers, our media partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a privilege to be part of this maiden strategic forum on Ghana's investment promise to investors. I'm excited that MTN Ghana has been given this opportunity to share our thoughts and the prospects of the growth and future of our industry. These thoughts have engaged our minds quite a bit as we reflect on our 25-year journey, investing over $6 billion in Ghana to brighten the lives of over 25 million Ghanaians during that period. A discussion about Ghana's information, communication, and technology sector is no longer a sector conversation, but an evaluation of the very substructure of the economy of Ghana. We can attest that Ghana's economic fortunes have been transformed with a rapid proliferation of mobile data devices, leading to digital inclusion, acceleration, and a boost to the growth of businesses across various sectors of the economy, including education, health, agriculture, commerce, banking, to name a few. This trend has further been enhanced by the imperious rise and broad adoption of mobile money, leading to a step change from less than 20% 10 years ago to over 70% today in financial inclusion for our country. A significant transformation powered by a less than 4-inch device called a smartphone. In addition, Oxford Business Group in 2020 also indicated that Ghana has the second highest data penetration rate in sub-Saharan Africa. It also has the fastest growing mobile money market on the continent and a burgeoning tech startup scene. These sentiments are supported by the data on internet users, which has exploded in the last couple of years. As of January 2021, Ghana registered approximately 16 million internet users, which is about a 50% penetration in our population. But this is up from 10 million 2 years prior, which was a 30% penetration into our population. This rapid increase in the percentage of the population using the internet in the West African country, or in this West African country, has by its own right become the reference for digital development in West Africa and sub-Saharan Africa at large. The rapid growth of the internet adoption in Ghana is fueled by significant and sustained investment in network infrastructure, policy advancement, and innovations introduced consistently in a stable economic and political environment for several years. These advancements have further been fast-tracked by the COVID-19 pandemic, which in our estimation has brought forward digital evolution by a good 3 to 5 years, leading to faster growth in demand for digital services than new capacity is being introduced, a situation we refer to as a data capacity deficit in Ghana, where demand for data services is outpacing the supply of capacity to provide internet services. This has undoubtedly put enormous pressure on our existing infrastructure and begs various interventions to continue to serve this growing demand. While the pandemic hit Ghana's economy hard, like many other countries, we have seen an unprecedented surge in the gig economy. Online-based service providers have popped up in every corner, fueled by the entrepreneurial spirit of young Ghanaians. In short, ICT is now the de facto enabler of Ghana's economic development, and perhaps the reason His Excellency the President seeks to establish the fundamentals of the Ghana economy on digital pillars. One thing the pandemic has also laid bare is the ubiquity of a digital divide in the country. Despite the surge in online traffic and data consumption and the accompanying investments in network capacity and expansion, zero rating of educational portals, and several other initiatives, there are still some who cannot access the internet today. The challenge for us as an industry is clear, and there are 5 priorities I see for us as an industry to pursue in the coming years. 1, accessibility. We need to connect everyone, everywhere you go, and solve the issue of affordability that continues to prevent access by many. Number 2, on the topic of affordability, a competitive ICT sector that delivers consumer choice, low prices, and good coverage. 3, quality on demand, fast broadband access capability, and features to adjust speeds to pricing for consumers and businesses. 4, favorable regulatory environment, an ecosystem that supports digital innovations and online commercial activity, and a sustainable telecoms industry with the ability to invest in new innovations such as 5G. 5, delivering on the digital dream, an industry that can support government's vision of a digital Ghana and consequently increasing shared value and revenue to government. To achieve all of this, several partnerships or partnership opportunities exist. The Ministry of Communications and Digitalizations is embarking on an ambitious national broadband infrastructure development program for the ICT sector, with a special focus on providing total connectivity to the unserved and underserved communities across the country. As part of this, there is a strategic partnership between operators and government on the National Rural Telephony and Digital Inclusion Project, where operators are in the process of progressing bilateral agreements and technical configurations to kickstart national roaming. This initiative will lead to a shared infrastructure environment and ultimately reduce the total cost of operation for the industry. MTN is very supportive of this, as network as a service is one of 5 pillars in our new strategy under Ambition 2025. National roaming falls into this pillar, and we're excited about what lays ahead. I assure government of our full support for this initiative. Along the same lines, we're optimistic that government will liberalize spectrum regulation in the country to allow spectrum sharing and trading amongst operators, in addition to the highly anticipated Unified Access License regime that would further restructure the cost basis for operators and support promoting a healthier industry for the future of telecoms in Ghana. Such moves will unlock significant value and potential for the industry and would allow us to wake up to the reality of our dreams, where 5G, Internet of Things, automation, robotics, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, etc., will be everything we live and breathe on a daily basis. Priority for you as it is for us. We see the relevance of the Ghanaian economy underpinned by its progress, private sector efforts, in these, coverage and capacity everywhere you go. Ghana is very well placed to be a center of technology excellence in the African and West African regions, and our geographical position, our advancements in driving a digital economy, and support the ever-increasing demand for internet services. And I've invested in partnership with several other players such as Google, Facebook, Vodafone, in the 2 Africa Submarine cable project, which we hope to land in Ghana in 2023. This project boasts a length of 37,000 kilometers of fiber and optical fiber for the 2 Africa Submarine cable, which will link up Western Europe with the Middle East through 16 African countries, including Ghana. This forms part of MTN Group's efforts to facilitate a healthy internet ecosystem by enabling additional internet capacity and faster internet speeds at lower cost for the deployment of technologies such as 4G and 5G for the benefits of millions and millions of Ghanaians and businesses alike. This could mark a significant milestone for the ICT sector and forms part of a broader plan from the government to establish Ghana as a leading center of ICT innovation in sub-Saharan Africa. We look forward to the continued collaboration with the Ministry of Communications and Digitalization and the National Communications Authority as the partner to bring these plans to fruition. Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo recently said that digital platform systems and technology will play crucial roles in the success of the African Continental Free Trade Area, and I couldn't agree more. At MTN, our revised strategy, Ambition 2025, is thus anchored in building the largest and most valuable platform business with a clear focus on Africa. The largest expense incurred when deploying networks is typically that of laying passive infrastructure, such as ducts and poles, and utilizing bigger operators' platform as a service can reduce the rollout time, the costs and disruption, while supporting market entry from alternative networks. As mentioned earlier, this is an integral part of our Ambition 2025 strategy under the Network as a Service pillar. Platforms like mobile money have also opened new opportunities for startups with the introduction of interoperability and the Payment Systems and Services Act. Imagine a digital Ghana flooded with a myriad of startups from all over Africa seeking to build new African solutions to serve African and Western consumers from an ICT hub in Jamestown or Nandom. This dream is only around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, and we're excited about our commitment made recently to government to build an ICT hub in Ghana as part of our 25th anniversary pledge. To support this vision of financial inclusion and fintech innovation, MTN has launched, as part of this strategy, its mobile money platform, starting off with an open API service to lower the cost and time for small startups to integrate into us. And we have recently introduced wholesale merchant acquisition models to broaden participation in the mobile money ecosystem for the fintech startups in the marketplace today. These advancements are just the beginning of the explosion we anticipate in the digital and fintech space. And this will largely be driven by small and nimble innovative startups. An exciting prospect for Ghana, no doubt. An exciting prospect for West Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa as we lead the way in digital, fintech, and the financial inclusion drive. While we remain optimistic and excited about the future, we also remain alert to the constant lurking danger of cyber threats and the need to have resilient infrastructure and systems. It is inevitable that digitalization comes with some vulnerabilities for the country. These vulnerabilities extend to the government and to institutions and organizations, as well as to private citizens. Recent ransomware attacks in some African countries is ample evidence of the threat this may pose. We therefore congratulate the government for passing the Cybersecurity Act last year. This will go a long way to coordinate our collective strategies against cybercrime and attacks. It goes without saying that the perils of cybersecurity and fraud can only be defended against if we work together as one team. Recent industry collaboration, where operators in the telecom sector have pooled resources together through the Telecoms Chamber to stem the tide of social engineering and other fraud types through the establishment of an inter-MNO fraud system, is testament to the power of such partnerships. We're optimistic that the upcoming re-registration of all SIM cards using the Ghana card will further enhance the defenses against fraud and cybercrime in general. And you can count on our full cooperation and support as we strive to build not only a digital Ghana, but a safe one too. Let me conclude by saying, as a Ghanaian, I'm very proud of what we have achieved to date in the digital and ICT ecosystem. Ghanaians should be excited about the future that lies ahead. A future driven by affordable, reliable, and super-fast internet, accessible to all in a flourishing digital economy. A future where innovation is exported from our shores and no longer imported through the turbulent high seas. Personally, there is no better time to be investing in Ghana. We're on a mission to redefine the possibilities of a digital economy. Indeed, a future of great promise. The future is now, ladies and gentlemen. The future is Ghana. Thank you very much.
Wow. And like clockwork, you were exactly 15 minutes on the money. Put your hands together one more time for Selom Adadevo. 25 years of MTN, 25 million customers, 5-point strategy, 2025, the date. I'll be happy to have you back for a few questions, but I want to do two quick things. I want to talk about bankable projects in ICT, and we have one of the fastest growing fintechs in Africa, Zpay. They connect your wallet and all your stuff to international remittances. They're an incredible company. I'm going to call Dede Efriye Kwashi, and Dede is going to speak to us for just 5 minutes on Zpay and on some bankable projects. Where is Dede? I'm looking for her. Dede, put your hands together for Dede. Thank you very much. The speed of your presentation is the same as the speed of your service. So the longer you take, the slower your service. I'm timing you now.
Thank you, Bernard. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocols observed. My name is Dede Kwashi, like Bernard mentioned. Today I'm here to present to you Zpay, a fintech in Ghana, a wholly Ghanaian owned for that matter. We've been around for 7 years, and this is our story. So Zpay currently specializes in payments of remittances into the African continent. We've done this for the past 7 years, like I said. We pay these remittances into digital assets such as mobile money, bank accounts, Visa cards, and even cash via tokens. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. So what is the problem that Zpay is looking to address? Can you go back, please? Okay. So we all agree that in Africa, there's a problem of the last mile access. The last mile being that grandmother, that uncle in the rural area whose primary livelihood is dependent on the remittances that their grandson is sending them on a monthly or even a weekly basis for their daily sustenance. In addition to that, we're all aware that remittances today has a high cost, and hence the SDG goal 10.3c, which says that we're trying to reduce remittance costs by 3%. So that is what Zpay is looking to achieve through our fintech solutions. Now, also in addition to that, we're deeply invested in financial inclusion. And so the lack of insurance is one thing, one key area that we have identified, and also the lack of affordable credits for that matter. And so Zpay is highly invested in that. It's one of the problems that we're looking to solve. Next. Okay, so how are we looking to do this, or what solution are we bringing to the table? First of all, remittances to mobile phone wallets, which is what is existing today. For the past 7 years, we've been on the market on the send side in the diaspora using our fintech solutions to support money transfer operators to push these remittances into mobile wallets. We all agree that mobile wallets has become the thing in Africa, on the continent, even in Ghana, as MTN has said, and looking at their data, mobile money has increased, and the use of mobile money has also increased in Ghana. And so it only makes sense that with the technology, it's important that we're pushing remittances into the accessible assets that most people or people at the last mile have. Now, in addition to that, we're also pushing remittances to Visa cards. Today, we have a new product called the Visa Direct product that allows people to send remittances into their Visa cards directly. So you look at it and you realize that we're both serving the last mile, and we're also serving the ordinary average Ghanaian who's banked and still has a Visa card. In addition to that, we're pushing remittances also directly into bank accounts digitally. So you do away with SWIFT transfers or the cost of SWIFT transfers as we know it to be. In addition, we're doing beneficiary insurance. What do I mean by beneficiary insurance? Today, remittances are being sent, like I said, to beneficiaries in the country. Now, these beneficiaries now stand the chance of accessing financial services such as insurance. The key to our service offering is insurance, and so that is the solution that we're offering the ordinary Ghanaian and the continent at large. In addition to insurance, we're also doing lending. Same channel, same rails, and same purpose. Next slide. So if you look at our compass, our service compass, this gives you a snapshot of Zpay's service offering. One of them is cash out, bank termination, like I explained to you earlier on, Visa Direct, remittance insurance. Now we also have billers. From one end, you're able to make payments. So even if you're in the diaspora, you're now able to make payments for your bills, for your family members back home. In addition to that, we're able to offer international airtime. So in Ghana today, we all have mobile wallets. We're able to purchase airtime. But how exciting will it be if you're able to purchase airtime for your child who's probably in school in the US or in the UK or even in Nigeria? We're also able to now terminate remittances onto ATM. A lot of you might be familiar with pushing your domestic mobile money transactions onto the ATM or redeeming your mobile money at the ATM. But now, what we have done in the space is to extend that to remittances as well. So whereas people are receiving their remittances directly onto the mobile wallet, they're also able to now go to the ATM and do a direct redemption. Next slide, please. Okay, so now this is our business model at a glance. We call it the VH2 model. We call it the VH2 model. What do I mean by VH2 model? Today, we understand that as a company, our core is remittances. Remittances would be that funnel or the vertical where funds are coming into Africa. We've heard earlier on in the day the statistics that have been provided of remittances that are coming into the country. Today in Ghana, $3.5 million is the figure. But how exciting is it that we're able to leverage these remittances? And that's what Zpay, or that's the direction that Zpay is going into. So essentially, receive the remittances through the diaspora, the different channels that we have been able to collaborate to achieve, i.e. the MoneyGrams, the Small Worlds, the RIAs that you've heard of. We're able to receive those remittances through our own switch, and then we can now disseminate into the different channels, one of them being the bank accounts, wallets, cash, ATMs, like I've mentioned earlier on. So that's a snapshot of our VH2. Okay, so as a company, this has been our traction as of May 2021. We have a total of 2.4 million remittance receivers so far. We have a distribution by gender, 60% being women, 37% being men, 3% being 18 years and under, and 900,000 mobile money subscribers. As you're all aware, or if you're not aware, we're lucky to be awarded a license by the central bank. And so we're also able to offer mobile money services. Now, we operate currently in 20 African countries. This is on the remittance front. And so we're able to push money into these 20 African countries. Next slide, please. So this is a snapshot of our achievements over the period 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm not going to stay here for too long, so next slide. Okay, so this is the team that's making all these wonderful things happen. Andrew Techiapia, who's the managing director and co-founder, myself, our treasury team, our compliance team, Sam. Next slide. Our facilities, products, 2 product managers, one on mobile money and the other on financial institutions, insurance, and in financial inclusion. Next slide. Thank you very much. So currently, as I stand here before you, we're here to raise $50 million to complete our VH2 agenda, as I have given to you in a snapshot. Thank you very much.
Wow. Just like that. $50 million. Hey, Dede, put your hands together for Dede. I believe there's a day coming after this presentation. Somebody can say, just take 100 million. You are talking too much. Just take 100 million. How many of you believe with me? That was a great presentation. Well done, Zpay. Put your hands together one more time for Zpay. I'm going to bring up also from the Henny app, Benga Fola Alade, to give us some insights into this fantastic app. And then we'll have a quick chat with all 3. Please, where's Benga? Put your hands together for him. Same remit. The longer you spend, the shorter your questions. So please be fast. Thank you.
Don't worry about that. Hi, I'm Benga from Henny. Ordering in food in Ghana is a struggle, from inefficient call orders to poor delivery services to a lack of variety in food options. It's clear that this industry in Africa is in dire need of technology innovation. And with the rising trends of international food delivery brands in Ghana, it's testament to the fact that consumer behavior is slowly switching from traditional call orders to more digital platforms. Next slide, please. Next slide. The Henny app comes in the form of an Android, iOS, and a web application, and it has been uniquely designed to help diners discover their taste preferences through our on-demand dining services, catering orders, and fine dining digital reservation services. Next slide. In addition, we enable brick-and-mortar restaurants become more efficient through our digital marketing platforms, sales analytics, order management, and product management features. In addition, we provide our restaurants with access to wholesale agricultural produce through our strategic partnership with agro off-takers. Next slide. Next slide. In addition, we recruit our riders from the rural parts of Ghana, providing them with financial stability, industry-relevant logistics training, and an opportunity to work in the metropolitan. Next slide. To go to market, we ran a refer and end campaign where we utilize word-of-mouth marketing in order to establish social proof. And in about 3 months of operation, we've been able to acquire 1,000 customers. Next slide. We've been able to acquire about 1,000 customers with 1,400 orders with a 30% month-on-month growth rate. Next slide. Through our research, we identified that our users feel like some of our competitors are focusing on big restaurant brands and have a rather short delivery limit distance. So we decided to give our product a competitive edge by focusing on cloud and Instagram kitchens while reducing our delivery limit distance. Next slide. In addition, we help our restaurant partners offtake perishable meals during closing hours by offering these meals at discount to our diners in a bid to maintain sustainable production and consumption patterns. Next slide. Diners express that they are most impressed with the aesthetic of our user experience, while our restaurant partners say that our sales analytics feature give them actionable insights on their restaurant's performance. Next slide. Henny has raised a pre-seed venture investment of $100,000 and has been able to launch in Accra and establish product market fit for a working class population in metropolitan areas. We aim to raise funds to strengthen our logistics infrastructure, sales, marketing, and order management features. Next slide. This is the amazing team behind Henny, and we hope you've enjoyed our pitch.
Wow. Stay right up there. Are you done? Yes. Forgive me. Please put your hands together one more time. Stay there. Dede Selon, please join us. You didn't tell us how much money you were looking for. I didn't hear. $200,000. Please come up. Let's have a seat. Let's have a chat. So I have a couple of quick questions. That was a great presentation, by the way. I loved it. Thank you. Dede, please have a seat in the middle. I don't have any money to give them, so you need to help me with the questions. If I had money, I'd do it. But a couple of things. MTN has been very successful in Africa where others have failed. And I'm told Ghana is one of the jewels in the crown because you do so well. What has made MTN so successful in Africa, and what has made Ghana so unique? Selom. Oh, they haven't even, they've masked your mic. Wow, beautiful. So go ahead, just speak through the mask, double mask. This is the first time I'm seeing this. This is such a good innovation. Please make sure his mic is on. I've never seen a mic masked in my life. Amazing. Diaspora. Wow. He's struggling with this. I need some help from the technical guys. In the meantime, if there's a very pressing question, let me know because we have 2 mics in the middle. We'll take them as well. We'll do real estate as well, so please don't go away. We have lots of questions coming. Shalom, yes.
Thanks for the question. Let me start with what's made Ghana successful. There are a number of things. This is something that I asked myself before I joined MTN about 3 years ago. And the first thing I thought about when I first joined and I observed was this consistent spirit of wanting to win. And that underpins the culture of MTN. So I would say the first pillar of success is really that culture where even when we're succeeding and we're leading the market, we're not complacent, we continue to push the boundaries and continue to behave and act as if we're chasing a market leader. So that's the first one. That has been sustained for over 25 years. The second one is something I find actually very, very interesting. You know, when MTN says everywhere you go, and you look at how network companies, any network company, your success is based on the size of the network. Now, data is not a network product, right? But voice is. So MTN's philosophy of everywhere you go fundamentally played to the core variable and driver of success for any type of network company. And we didn't just sort of say everywhere you go, we actually invested with that view in mind where we had the broadest network. And once we got that, the value was how do we make that broadest network the best network? So in 2019, 2020, we're pronounced the best network in Ghana in voice and in data.
Wow.
So sustaining the philosophy of the network product, moving that to quality at a later stage, and making sure even in non-networked services like mobile money and data, we continue to drive our philosophy of quality. The third piece, which I think is equally important, will be the sustained level of investment.
Okay.
Now, telecoms is a capex-intensive industry, and there is no other way to continue to drive business growth without investment. And MTN's appetite to take risk, to continue to invest, even when the traditional business case doesn't support it. If I take the situation of 4G, for example, if you look at a traditional 4G business case, the first question is, how many devices are in the market to support that investment? Okay. And the question was, there were very few devices, 4G devices, to support the investment. But there's also the traditional thinking, or the unconventional thinking of, is it technology that drives behavior, or does behavior drive technology? We believe technology leads. And as soon as the 4G network became available, the devices started coming in. So taking risk, and continue to sustain that investment, I would say was the third pillar. So, I mean, to summarize, these are the three things I believe have helped us sustain our leadership position.
I like everything you said, except the last thing, that technology drives behavior. As a father of boys who like their gadgets, I'm a bit concerned that technology is going to drive behavior, because I thought I would drive their behavior, but that's a different conversation. So I'm sure you've noticed with 3 levels here. This is a multi-billion, this is multi-million, and this is hundreds of thousands, right? So whatever level you're looking, you have them here. Another question to you before I come to Dede, and then I come to Benga. So some people think MTN has been successful in Africa because you have a diasporan mindset. It's like, it's our company. There are lots of multinationals who are very extractive. There's a sense in which MTN has a permanence and that we are from here type of thing. Is that ingrained in your culture? Is it a conscious part of your strategy, or that's just sort of subliminal?
No, I mean, I think the philosophy of MTN from the beginning was to embed its roots very strongly and deeply within the countries where we operate. So that mindset has meant that our collaborations and our essence and purpose within the market takes a very different form from other multinationals.
Yeah.
So yes, so to a large extent, that's the way we've worked. If you look at most MTN markets, if I take Ghana for example, today, I mean, Ghana is run 99.5% by Ghanaians. So we've invested in talent, we've partnered with universities, engineering institutions, and we've built the business on the core of Ghanaians. Now, if you take COVID, for example, one of the things that COVID taught us was that if you don't build your businesses to rely on the local supply chain, the level of disruption can be massive.
Okay.
So if your talent base doesn't have a continuous supply into the future, then there's a big risk to the business.
Okay.
Being able to do that in all our markets means that stability has been imposed by virtue of our strategy.
Thank you. Dede, many people watching will be wondering, this remittance thing, we've been talking about it for the past couple of decades, right? And they're wondering whether where we are in the curve, I mean, my co-MC was talking about 3.5 billion. So are we this way? Are we that way? Are we that way? Is the remittance thing still growing? Are we at a plateau? Are we coming back? So we know what kind of thing we are investing into.
Okay, first of all, I would like to let you understand that remittance is an African thing. It's a third world thing. Why is that so? Remittances is heavily leveraged on migration. As far as migration is not going to stop, as far as my family members in the village are still going to take that journey to go into the diaspora, to become diasporans, just so that they can take care of family back home, remittances is only going to remain on the ascendancy. Now, if you look at lower income earning countries, first of all, and if you look at poor homes, World Bank statistics says that 90% of poor homes are being supported through remittances. So essentially, remittance is not going to reduce.
Okay.
Plus, if you look at Africa today, it is said that the largest employee is going to come, or largest employee base is going to come out of Africa. You realize that a lot of young Africans are moving intra-Africa.
Okay.
They're moving out of Ghana into Nigeria to work. They're moving out of Nigeria into South Africa to work. If you go into the SADC zone, a lot of them are moving cross-border just to be able to work. If they're not going to work, they're going to school.
Okay.
That tells you that somebody's going to have to send money back to them, or they are going to have to send money back home to take care of families back home. So remittances
will keep growing.
Yes.
So even if the Europe, America to Africa flattens, the Africa to Africa, the other question still to you is, some people say we have a second generation of immigrants. So for example, you have Callum Hudson-Odoi. His dad is Joe Odoi. He left Ghana, so he has an affinity to Ghana. But Callum was born in Britain, and he's now deciding whether to play for Britain or Ghana. Now, Callum's kids may have no connection to Ghana except an Odoi name. So again, the relationship with money changes because his father left Ghana, so he wants to send money to finish a house in Choco, but he himself doesn't know whether to play for Ghana. His kids may only see Ghana as a holiday destination. How convinced are you that that second generation and third generation will still be interested in investing here?
Today, second generation and third generation might not be interested in investing in Ghana, right? They might not on the face of it, but really and truly, you look at what's going on today, for instance. Last year, Ghana launched the return to Ghana.
Yes, the year of return.
Sorry.
Yes.
At that point, people who don't even have third-generation family members still identify with that and want to make an impact. For the most part, a lot of people at some point are going to want to go back to their roots. They're going to want to impact their roots. That's on the first level.
Yeah.
Now, the second thing is, yes, first, second, third generation, they're gone. But like I said, migration is still happening. And so there are other layers of migration that are very removed from that third or first 3 layers of generations, right?
Wow.
But then there's a new layer that's going to emerge. And so for another 3-4 generations, you have people who still want to impact their homes.
I'll ask about expansion plans to Africa later. Benga, great presentation. Just a quick thought. So you do a lot of things. I noticed you started with food. So in terms of the delivery side, is food the fastest growing and the most important at this time?
Yes, at the moment we're trying to focus on on-demand service, where we're trying to cater for diners who want to eat meals, within the hour, basically. So we're partnering with restaurant brands who provide these services. But in order to make our product a bit unique, we're not just doing food delivery. We're also venturing into other features like catering services and fine dining services, because we realize some restaurants don't just want to send their food over with a bike. They want customers to experience the whole restaurant brand and the service that they experience. So we're also providing that service for them. So generally, Henny is just like trying to be the technology part of the restaurant industry in Africa, and enabling them to achieve their goals, basically.
Like that. A couple of things. I see a tension. On one hand, rapid urbanization means that the potential for your business is high. I was in Kumasi last 2 weeks, and Ejisu is now in Kumasi. With rapid urbanization, people don't want to. It's difficult to move. There's traffic, so your service is great. But there's a lot of intolerance for these bikes. Okay, like Mayor of Accra, Minister of Greater Accra, says, look, a lot of these guys, robbers, criminals, are using this type of thing. So how do you assess the outlook on the basis of the potential because of urbanization, but the negative connotations and the risks, so that people on motorbikes get so many accidents? Young professional people don't want to ride motorbikes because they will look like riffraffs. What does that mean for your business going forward?
Yeah, to handle that, because we're a technology company, we're also always looking at technology as the solution. And we realized that this is definitely a risk in our company. And we decided to not only limit our delivery service to motorbikes, but also Uber riders.
Fantastic.
We realized that the gig economy is quickly growing in Ghana. There are so many Uber and Bolt riders.
Yeah.
So what we do is we just present them with an app. We have like a rider app, and these riders can do deliveries in the middle of the night even, because they are very hardworking and they're hustlers, basically.
Amazing.
So we try and mitigate that risk, with diversifying our delivery services.
Final question. Your question. It used to be voice. It's now data. Is Momo the new data?
No, Momo is not the new data. I think Momo and data are going to continue to grow cheek for cheek for a very long time.
Okay.
If you think about the access into the digital ecosystem, data is really that. But then to facilitate transactional activity within that ecosystem is where more money fits in. So the two of them are going to go hand in hand.
So Momo and data are going neck to neck. That's a good headline right there.
Cheek to cheek.
I love that. Dede, my last question to you. Where's the money going into? Because my next segment is real estate. And I'm hoping you'll tell me that a lot of the money coming down is going into real estate, so my work will be easier. Please don't burst my bubble. Because where you sit, you know where the money is coming from. You know which wallet is going into and all of that. Is real estate still the most important investment for diasporans?
Yes, absolutely. Like I said to you, a lot of them, and really the narrative is that a group or a clan have come together, sold their property anyways, to fund or to pay for your tickets and, organize you to be able to go into the diaspora, to come back, or to take care of home.
Yeah.
Now, one of the key things will be to replenish those resources that have been sold to support you.
Yeah.
One of them would be to purchase a land, to build a house. So if you go to remittance enclaves, that we call them, like Brekum, you realize that there are a lot of beautiful houses being sprung up.
Nice.
I know a gentleman in this room who told me himself that he was in the diaspora for several years, I think 30 years or so, and all his properties were built out of remittances. Yes, remittance, real estate will continue to be a key remittance funder or you know, I don't know what word to use, but yeah, it would be a resource. Remittance would be a key resource for building remittances into Ghana.
And Benga, finally, how do I get the app? Is it the same name for both the Google Play and the App Store?
Yes, so you can just search Henny, that's H-E-N-Y, on the Play Store and the App Store, and then we also have a website.
All right. Please put your hands together for the panel. Thank you very much indeed. I didn't take questions because of time, but they will be here throughout. You can speak to them. We want to move quickly into the next segment. And thank you very much. And Dede has given us a nice segue into the next round. We'll be speaking to three people. Neil Oku, this is an amazing story. There's a short video to introduce Neil. And he's going to talk about, I like the topic, tailwinds and headwinds, navigating real estate in Ghana. Please put your hands together for Neil. Where's Neil? Oh. Please, we have lunch for you. Put your hands together. Come on. Fantastic story, Neil. Look forward to hearing you.
Golden Coast Developers is an international and national-based real estate development firm with multi-sector involvement in technology and procurement. I would say we're predominantly a new entrant into the market, but in terms of the growth prospects, we're doing medium-scale projects throughout Ghana currently. I was predominantly in America for about 12 years, working on Wall Street. I was at the top of, I'd say, the financial sector when it came to my work arrangements. But what really called me about the African story was I wanted to be a part of the new growth prospects. I wanted to be a part of the ground build-out for all things that were going forward in Ghana and Africa at large. So I decided to come back in 2017. And initially we kicked off our real estate portfolio, but we've gotten ourselves into a few other things as well. And there's nothing more real than real estate. So that was what drove me to step in the arena. We really came in looking to do the home automation, the smart features, and that was something that was not traditional. We've infused technology in our overall platform. So our goal was to ensure that when you live in a house, you have more than just the walls around you. You can experience the home, you have sensory, you come home, the mood is set. All of those characteristics are very acclimated to the new modern way of thinking. We're not only doing residential, we're not only looking at luxury, we're branching out into overall redevelopment schemes. We're talking about markets. We're looking to build out large-scale shopping complexes that would really give broader opportunities to people in Ghana and in Africa at large over time. In our portfolio, we have direct staff, about 35, and hundreds of people working for us on our various site projects currently. And I think it's very important that you create these opportunities and you manifest your dreams, your life in other people's goals as well. All of our previous investors, buyers have been very, very happy with the output that we've been putting out there. And I've seen over a very short period of time, the 3 to 4 years we've been in operation, constant engagement with the folks that we're currently affiliated with. And our project portfolio has grown because of this. For the GIPC registration and the overall involvement with GIPC, it's really just getting us woven into the fiber of the business community and looking at it as a framework to leverage not just incentives and different initiatives that come down the pipe, but also to be knit into the family and the network, as well as the databases that GIPC has. It's a wealth of information. And all of that, the key to operating in Ghana and Africa at large is being able to access information. I would say the best decision that diasporans can make is to really follow their calling. And if something has woken them up to the opportunities that exist in Ghana, on the continent, they should really look at it plan it out, sequence it, but definitely engage themselves in that. There's nothing that I think would drive me to go back and work in the corporate structure and look at how the world is positioned today, when I can actually build that for myself in Africa. And Ghana itself has given a wealth of opportunity to set up businesses, to register and have people associated with you that are as driven as you are. And I think everything a diasporan will be looking for creature conveniences, over time will be here. So why don't you come and be a solution rather than looking at the problems that don't exist or do exist? Being a diasporan myself and having been in Ghana for only a number of years, it's the best decision that I ever made for myself. I'll never look back and say I didn't take a risk, but that risk has paid off, and I'm very, very happy about that. Alexa, turn on the lights.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on TV.
Okay.
Alexa, open the blinds.
Okay.
Golden Coast Developers is an example of a business thriving in Ghana. It hasn't been easy, but we've really found our footing, and we're doing this for ourselves. So I call on all diasporans to grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
I wasn't clued in that the video would be played, so Alexa, can you beam me somewhere else? Because thank you guys. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to tell a story rather than do a presentation or anything of the sort, because I think it's very important as a diasporan to hear someone who's come back to Ghana and some of the struggles we faced, and overall, the kind of feeling you get when you are able to make that kind of move, okay? So like the video said, my name is Neil Oku, and I was on Wall Street for 12 years, but I moved to Ghana 3.5 years ago, and really, it was a journey, right? As a returnee, you gotta get an understanding of the landscape and really get a close view of what Ghana has to offer and what you wanna craft out of it, right? Now, I get the question all the time, why would you leave your great job in America to move to Ghana to start your own business? You know, many people in Ghana consider America to be like heaven, right? On social media, you hear about it all the time, you know, glass and quan, everything is just so lovely, you get it? So, but I think there's another lens that one needs to look at it. You see, I stopped feeling as fulfilled in chasing the next promotion and getting to be a senior vice president and then a director and et cetera. And I really wanted to do something that would really be a calling. I wanted to go somewhere where I was actually a help, or I was solving problems. I wanted to feel like I was really, really going to make a change. And that was what drove me to relocate to Ghana. So some people may say it was a higher calling, and you know, I don't want to sound biblical or something, but real estate, it was all about whether or not if you build it, they will come. Now, every time you have a session where they're talking about the future prospects of Africa and Ghana at large, they say, oh, 60% of the world's arable land is in Africa, so that means we should all come and farm. They'll say 40% of the world's youth in the next 10 years is going to be on the continent, so that means everything. But for me, that's not why I came. I came because I felt Ghana was the next wave. Ghana was really moving towards a trajectory where I come on vacation, I see people who are not from here doing so well. And if I've contributed in another person's country and I've been able to really make a good, you know, opportunity of myself, then what more could I fulfill for my own people, right? And you don't have to be a Ghanaian to feel the centric of the innovation going on in this place. I think everyone who stays in this country, not even a day, will realize that things are going in another trajectory that no one ever thought many years ago. Now, the question of why Ghana, I think it goes a very, very long way, and we have to look at it with substance. You see, don't get me wrong, it hasn't all been roses. There's been times where you wonder, I chose construction, you get to site and there's a funeral and everybody's in their village, and you wonder, I mean, were we supposed to work or not? But that's just a cultural thing, because once things are going in your favor, it absolutely moves at a trajectory that you could never, ever, ever plan out. I think the US and Ghana are very, very different in a lot of ways. I know, you can make a whole lot of money, but I found myself every weekend going to the mall and like looking for stuff to buy that I didn't even really want. And that was like my getaway or my break. Here I have the opportunity, even when I'm working, to step out, see different neighborhoods, and envision new ideas and new types of developments that we could do, really to change the landscape of the company. And I think really driving it forward as a diasporan message, it's not just for diasporans, it's for all un-indigenous, Black people everywhere in the whole universe. I think you guys really need to look at the options of really developing for yourselves. One of the things about our company, Golden Coast Developers, is we're a multi-sector development company. And what that means is we're not solely looking at luxury, as you've seen in the video. We're doing medium scale and affordable housing schemes that will, in the next year and a half, really take root. We've got 4 projects currently underway at various stages. And our first for-sale project, Foster Park, which you saw, is basically sold out at this point just because we offered what everybody else wasn't doing. Initially, when we spoke about automations and all of the features that you saw, everyone was like, no, that can't be done. The internet here is sporadic. I don't want to say anything because MTN is here, but they've supported us significantly. And I think where we've gotten to, it's testament to what can be achieved on the continent. So all the things that you see on TV, the Africa story is all about, little children and 12 cents a month and the rest and all of that. But in actuality, I think very soon we're going to be sending 10 cents to America and Europe to really, feed the nations there, right? So to talk about the headwinds as it relates to real estate, for me, I'll tell you the facts. Real estate in Ghana is a very, very attractive investment once you can get in, right? You have a huge opportunity from the rental perspective just because it's a very high yield business. Even if you do long-term or short-term, if you look at the economics around it, it's a very, very good investment overall. But that's not just a transcendency, right? You look at the projection of land and how land has grown from the 60s till now, it's always gone up. So that's a big picture demographic. And there's so many developers and there's so many people with great ideas. I met some guys just a few days ago who came to Ghana. They're big developers in Atlanta and DC, and they're now looking at opportunities here on ground. And I think that's the messaging we need to put out there. In Synopsis, for me, I think Ghana reminds me of one of my old bosses who always used to say, don't bring me your problems. Bring me solutions and I'll reward you for it. And when we look at that with a mindset, I think we'll get very, very, very far overall. I think one of the last things that I'll point out for the group is that we're not just speaking at events. I don't do a lot of media. I don't really do a lot of interviews. But we are now geared towards doing a major large-scale project, a 100-unit development in Labone coming up. I think we'll launch sometime September. And it's directly focused on the diaspora and calling people home. That, as a real estate investment, as well as a property, is going to call in everything that you look for when you come to Ghana as an experience. And that intertwines the tourism, that has concierge service, that also has the ability for you as a resident to go out and volunteer at various different premises, and then you get a certification to say, when you came here, you didn't just hang out at the nightclub. You actually came to make a difference. And I think things like this are really what's going to call everyone to understand that Ghana is not just a motherland, it's a mother to all things that you want to achieve. So that's, in synopsis, what I came here to say. I thank you all for having me.
Wow. Whoa. Neil, thank you very much. Look forward to interacting with you. If you could take your seat. I want to bring back Daniel. But please, one more time for Neil Amoyao. No, Neil Oku. Forgive me. Neil Oku. Awesome. Daniel Amoyao is from Kappa A to Z. He's going to give us a brief presentation, after which Napoleon Kofi would also come up stage. Please welcome Daniel. I can see him. Just put your hands together. He will appear. Just put your hands together. Kappa A to Z company. And these are bankable projects in real estate, right? Just keep coming. Okay. Napoleon, please get ready. Thank you. 5 minutes.
All protocol observed. I'm a consultant to Kappa A to Z Limited, and I'm here to present to you an opportunity to invest in the construction of 100,000 affordable housing projects in Ghana to complement government's intervention to provide a habitable abode for public servants. As much as the private sector is helping the government to solve the housing problem in Ghana, that we cannot say we leave everything to the private sector. The government also are doing its best to mitigate and solve these housing deficits that we have in the country. Just a brief synopsis. The residential industry in Ghana is a market with very huge potential for growth, since because the population increases by 565,000 people every year. And a statistics organized by the UN Home Settlement Program estimates that 3 million housing units will be required every year. As we speak now, it's still deficits of 100 or 70,000 units, 70,000 units. So, in view of that, next slide, please. No, the previous one. Yeah, just to summarize what I said, Ghana suffers from a severe housing deficit as a result of the low housing delivery relative to household growth. And to complement that also, Ghana Statistical Service data reveals that more than 52% of houses in Ghana, houses, accommodates 2 or 4 households. Just not to say, okay, Ghana is still a motherland, but we still have the high-income earners, the middle-income earners, and then the low-income earners. So the government comes in now to bridge the gap between the middle-income earners and then the low-income earners. So this actually presents an opportunity for potential investors to consider investing in such area or venture with a sure, definite return on investment. Next slide. Okay, it's in that regard that after carefully considering a number of credible proposals and contractors, the Ministry of Works and Housing awarded 100,000 affordable housing units projects across the various regions of Ghana with an offtake agreement of 4,604,370,000 United States dollars to Kappa A to Z Limited. Our key business model has to do with partnering with an existing and prospective financier who is ready and willing to ink his name and presence in Ghana. The project, the award letter, the contract and everything is voluminous. So the financials, drawings, and any other documents to this project will be available on demand. So the contract has already been awarded to solve the housing deficits that we have in Ghana. And we're looking for, it was supposed to start 2020 before the unprecedented COVID came and we had to just draw back a little bit and then revisit it this year. So we're looking for investors to come in and partner with us to help solve this menace of housing problems that we have in Ghana. Affordable housing is not, affordable does not encompass just the housing structure alone, but it covers a broad spectrum of all the, environmental factors that make the housing comfortable for people to live in. And it's 100,000 housing units. The site has already been given by the government. The drawings and everything is available, comprised of the 60,000 3-bedrooms and then 40,000 2-bedroom housing units. So we're looking forward for investors to come in and then assist Kappa A to Z to complement government efforts to solve the housing menace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Wow. Never judge a book by its cover. You know, he was like, oh, something, as if he was joking. 4.6 billion. Sure. You're wild. You know, when he started, he was a bit unsure, you know. He's looking for 4.6 billion. Charlie, if I gave that to you, Neil, Charlie, you would change the world. Quay. No, I've been here for 20 years, 4.6 billion. He hasn't been tagged in his shirt. He's a big man, Charlie. No, Daniel, I will bring you back. I have some serious questions for you. This is your 4. Let me end with a company called Miners, Napoleon Coffee. Miners. After that, I'll invite Napoleon, Daniel, and Neil to come up stage. Please stand together for Napoleon Coffee. Is it Miners or Miners? Miners. 5 minutes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a tragedy that a booming industry such as real estate in Ghana has not been able to leapfrog into the digital landscape. More worrying is the lack of investment within this space. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Well, Minas is here to provide a way out. We are a digital real estate investment platform that seeks to provide both institutional and private investors the opportunity to invest in real estate projects of their choice. The platform is a safe, secured, and cost-efficient way for investors to jump on the property ladder and start to build wealth through a diversified portfolio of quality assets. Next slide. Onboarding takes a few minutes, and profits from rental incomes are distributed typically on a monthly basis, allowing investors to create a steady and reliable source of secondary passive income. It offers a more practical alternative to buying property outright. Next slide. Since the experience is entirely online, it is transparent and hassle-free. From our inception, we've had significant interest from developers, over 100 developers eager to list their projects on our platform. We are in discussions with strategic partners and regulators here in Ghana. We also have, next slide, please. We also have set our sights on the Indian and Gulf market for expansion. Next slide. We are a dynamic team spanning critical areas focused on the agenda of building the future of real estate investment in Ghana. Next slide. Minas as a business makes money via a subscription model. We sell fund packages. We also make money via earnings. We also provide ongoing support and advice. We also make money through marketing and advertisement. Next slide. Our goal is to make in excess of $7 million within the first 3 years of operations, with an exit strategy of acquisition between 5 to 7 years of existence. Next slide. We are seeking to have an immediate investment of $250,000 for an equity stake in the business. Next slide. Okay, let's maintain this. Please go back. Minas will use the funds to enhance and scale the platform by introducing exciting new products and features, invest in sales and marketing, and to grow the current team size to execute on the company's ambitious goals in technology innovation, property sourcing, product development, and operational excellence. We believe that Minas will create the online engine that will allow investors access to different property types and projects in Ghana and within the sub-region. We are poised to become the investment channel of the future. My name is Napoleon Kofi, and thank you.
Oh. Napoleon, thank you. If you could sit in the seat to the extreme right, facing the audience. Neil, please come up stage. And my favorite, Daniel, Amuyao, please come up. 4.6 billion guy. Wow, awesome stuff. So we're going to ask a couple of quick questions. No, I want you to sit by me. You sit next to me. I like your presentation. It was brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your story. Daniel, you're a big man. Please sit in the middle. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm aiming to end this at 2, but we don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to start with Neil because you sounded so passionate. You can remove the masks now from the mics. Okay, because somebody has spoken into the mask, remove it. You understand? The mask on the mic, so that is your brilliant. So you're so passionate. I mean, your presentation was really nice. What is it that makes you so passionate about diaspora and affairs and programs in particular? Is it on?
I think it's on
yes,
now.
It's on, yes.
All right. Great question. For me, it's because of what I've seen in my own experience that looking at the diaspora story and how Africa and Ghana specifically is growing from that momentum, that really draws me to tell my story and see how we can affiliate on a broader purpose. You see, I think everyone who's outside of Ghana, if they actually took the time and used an active view of what they want to do, come in, spend a week or 2 to identify opportunities, it would really, really move a long way in terms of development for the continent as well as the individual themselves. You know, I think we should look at programs where, you know how Jewish people go back to Israel as a part of religious observance, and we have Muslims go to Mecca just, you know, to
pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage as a testament of their religion. I think black people across the world, as well as diasporans, either from the soil or inherited of the soil, you need to take a pilgrimage of that sort and actually come and feel what we are actually experiencing on ground. I mean, let's take a think on it. Imagine if you didn't know where your hometown was. Would you be the person that you are today? I think things that are happening in Southside Chicago and all these, you know, different sad things that happen to all of our brethren across the world, we'd see a very big solution. A lot of improvements would come if we actually focused on bringing people back to the continent.
You came back 3.5 years ago, right in the middle of that COVID hit. Okay, so your presentation was great. I didn't see how COVID affected your business. Just talk to me a bit about that.
Okay, so I think COVID in itself, when we had inkling that the pandemic was coming, immediately I was like, oh, we're done for. Who's going to come and purchase properties and there's lockdown? Who's going to actually come and even see the property to make an investment, right? But surprisingly, I think locally, everyone realized that you can't just get up and travel like before, and you can't end up in Switzerland and the rest. And people found a need to actually enjoy where they are. And what we did, which gave us a competitive advantage, is we don't just build 4 walls, right? We give you a full experience. You need to be able to enjoy your house. You need to be able to interact and not be bored. I mean, literally, you can talk to Alexa when you're like, you know, read me a story.
Yeah.
And things like that really, really drove us. I mean, I'll be honest with you. We sold more units during and after COVID than before.
Serious?
Absolutely.
During and after COVID than before.
After COVID than before.
It made people start thinking about eternity.
That is where it is.
So they had to buy houses. Amazing stuff. I'll come back to you on what's next for Golden Coast. I just want to come to Daniel. Because of 5 minutes, I know you rushed through the presentation. I just want to understand the 4.6 billion opportunity. Are you saying you've been given 4.6 billion, so you need somebody to come and match it, or you're looking for 4.6 billion to do affordable housing? Can you explain the opportunity properly?
Okay. It's a contract that was after a rigorous vetting, went through rigorous vetting with Ministry of Works and Housing. The contract was awarded
to Kappa A to Z.
Kappa A to Z.
To build 100,000 units.
100,000 across the various regions in Ghana.
At the cost of 4.6 billion.
4.6 billion.
Is the land ready?
The land site and everything is ready.
The only thing they don't have is money. So we should bring the 4.6 billion cedis.
It's
Jesus.
It's dollars, not cities.
No kidding.
Yeah.
$4.6 billion.
Yes. I'm
So
not saying
it's like 22 billion cedis.
Okay, let Let me just allay your fears.
I'm not afraid. I'm excited.
No, you are.
Jesus. $4.6 billion. Wow.
Yeah. As much as it sounds huge,
Yeah.
you know, the project is being implemented through a mortgage scheme to be signed between the project developers, the partners, and interested mortgage bank. And the off-taker agreement that has been given by the government, it's for the public servants.
All right.
So once it is built, the government takes it, and then
They sell it to the
public
is this in
servants.
phases?
Yes, in phases, not
Okay.
just at a go.
I see.
It's in phases.
Has Kappa done anything like this before? The company, have they put up any housing before? This is their first project.
Yeah, this is the first.
This is their,
project.
and they are hitting.
No,
the-
not.
They are hitting 4.6.
Yeah, some small housing units here and there.
Yeah.
20,000, 5,000 here.
But they are hitting the ground running. Fantastic. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Again, because of time, Napoleon, I know you rushed through. I just wanted to get the opportunity. So, you know, Neil said real estate is real. You're offering just explain what you're saying. We're giving you are playing on the markets, right? Is that what you're talking about? Explain the difference between what you do and what these guys do. There's a mic next to you, apparently. Oh, they took it away. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. So what we do is that we are a platform business. We are a technology platform business.
All right.
And we are leveraging real estate to, in a sense, provide our competitive advantage in technology to provide bridge financing for people, real estate developers, and project owners to be able to have access to investors. So basically, that's what we do. We are just a platform business that is in the real estate industry.
So, just to get it, if he's looking for money for a new project,
right, where he can list his project on the platform.
Okay.
And then, I mean, using the criteria and everything that is needed for it to be appealing to investor or any investor, then we can be able to promote it to the investors that are on our platform. So that's pretty much.
So he probably needs you a lot, this guy.
Yeah.
He needs a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you help him package his project on your platform, and then you tell the people that, look, this guy is a proper deal. He has an off-take, however. Give him money. So you're just a platform.
Exactly.
You're not a matchmaker, just a platform.
Yeah, a platform business, yeah.
But how developed is that market in this part of the world?
So, I mean, when it comes to real estate, we always have inflow of cash when it comes to, I mean, investors coming in who are interested in.
Yeah.
The problem is that they don't find credible in real estate projects.
Okay.
And so what we are trying to do is that we are trying to build our credibility using technology to be able to say that, hey, we are a platform business. We don't have these physical interactions and all these things. I mean, we are trying to provide that interface for these real estate developers to build our credibility. So that's pretty much what.
General question and general observation. It seems as if in Ghana, possibly parts of Africa, the financial aspect of the real estate market is not well developed. So for developers, there isn't enough money for them. Only one or two banks. In terms of we who want to buy houses, apart from, I think, GHL and a couple of people, HFC, there aren't enough. So it appears that the real estate market is not that well developed. Was that an advantage or disadvantage for you when you came? Because you're a Wall Street guy, you know how money works. There are lots of people who want houses. How did you deal with that lack of a proper market? Because, for example, 2007, subprime mortgage, right? The housing market connects to everything in the Western world. Once it comes, everything comes down with it. That will hardly happen here because there isn't really that connection. How do you see that, and how did that affect the business model that you adopted?
So if I'm really to tell the story, I might have to write a book or do a movie about it. So
Wow.
I was actually on Wall Street with all of the money guys doing billions of dollars in trades. And I kid you not, I probably sent emails and business proposals to probably 200 plus people, and I didn't get a response. I reached out to banks in Ghana, about 6 or 7 different banks. and I was positioned to put down, I'd say $1 million as an investment strategy or collateralization, and all of the banks came up with, we don't really finance real estate, etc. There were things of that nature. I mean, I really want to tell a story that it took a neighbor of mine who was retiring to say, what are you going to do in Africa? And I gave him the business proposal, and he was like, hey, just give me a promissory note, and let's see exactly what we can do. And I literally cashed in. I cashed in.
Wow.
Yeah, and when I say one must bet on themselves, I cashed in my 401k completely, and my whole goal was all of my stocks.
All you had done in your 12 years, you put all that in.
I put it all in. I hit the ground. I didn't know whether or not we'd be able to finish the project, but not being biblical, they say in the Bible, if you build it, they will come. So I'm not here looking for an investor. God is my investor, but in actuality, I'm willing to partner with anyone who's willing.
Just a quick personal question: was there family? What did your wife think? Or this is, I'm sure.
It was a stretch, right?
Wow.
So just the whole Ghana move and not being sure was really a goal that everyone needs to be fully envisaging in their mind.
Yeah.
I mean, it took everyone in my family. Even my own mother was saying, oh, are you sure you want to move to Ghana? But I'm like, Mom, you live in Ghana. You live in Ghana, and you seem to be doing well, right? Yeah. And then everyone was saying you're leaving your job. But I think overall, when you bring the big picture in and people buy into it, family especially, you get very, very far. And my support system has been my family.
Another quick question to you. You said you were very careful to say you're doing not just high end, but middle and low. House prices in Ghana don't make sense to me. Yeah. Okay, so I just want to understand from you, $100,000 house in America compared to something we say is $100,000 here is very different. What's going on?
Right. So I'm a very good person to ask that question because me, myself, it didn't make sense to me.
Okay.
But when you do the modeling, the yield ratio in Ghana is extremely high.
Okay.
Just because of our rental regime, right? Okay. You rent for a year or 2 years.
Advance.
So from my perspective as a developer, as long as we can make our money and we provide a service, a product that is very, very distinct, I think it made good business sense. So I don't want to rationalize the existence of how things are. I think Ghana, the framework that's in place where you need to import a lot of your items for finishing, where you need certain things that are very high taxed, those are what dovetail us into our price and our costing. And then the land tenure, everybody mentions it, but I'm really into land, and I understand some of the things. Like it takes 2 years, 3 years to actually isolate and get an opportunity to title the land.
60% of our court cases are land related.
Right.
Ghana,
So if we can look at improvements there, which I have many suggestions if the government wants to retain me for consulting.
Hey, have you finished selling your houses? Thank you. I want to come to you. And this is the final round of questions. Thank you for sharing. Daniel, so affordable housing, why did you choose that market? Because listening to him, I think at the high end, there's still a lot of demand. People are putting up things in cantonments, Laboni, and one is even sold out. So just give me a sense into why A to Z thought of the affordable thing. And again, if you say affordable, how affordable? Because you're talking about government workers, right? Because when you talk about affordable, thank you. That's the question. Affordable for who? Double barrel question. You're a consultant, but hey, you have to answer the question.
If we can be truthful to ourselves, in Ghana here, the gap between the rich and the poor keeps increasing every day.
That's true.
And if we look at the low-income earners, or let me just say a quick population census, 565,000, the country's population increases every year by 565,000.
500,000.
Every year. So if every year this quantity of people, you can't tell me that they can all afford $100 million house. And affordable it's not just the structure of the house, but also the facilities around it. The access to road, good drinking water, electricity, and as well as recreational facilities. So, and you're a journalist, if you can please help me with the percentage of public servants that has been employed, cope with their dependents as well, living in, well-meaning structures. If we can be truthful to ourselves, the figure is nothing to write home about.
So there's a lot of demand
There's
potentially.
There's a lot of demand there.
I see. And so that's why I started with government workers, because
Yes.
they have a salary.
Yes.
You are not yet aiming at those who don't have government salary work yet. Because don't forget, government workers are even reducing, and a lot of the people are in the informal sector, and that's where the real population is. So it's all, but this 100,000 is all going to government workers?
That's what the government...
because they can pay.
They can pay. And then
the rest
also
of us can go and die. I'm just joking, no, go ahead. So that's the initial plan.
yeah,
because the
initial
investors
plan.
need to know that there's a stream of income that's going to pay.
Yes,
And
exactly.
government can decide to even take part of their salary straight to pay.
To pay for the housing.
So that makes sense for now. What do you see the prospects? You are into that interesting platform. What are the prospects of the Ghanaian housing market? And that's my last question. We're wrapping up. We need to close. There's lunch waiting. Is there free lunch? There's free lunch. Okay. Yes. Where do you see the housing market going?
For me, I believe that all these challenges that we are citing poses a very interesting opportunity.
Yeah.
This should just let us be aware that, or make us informed that the Ghanaian real estate market is a budding one, and there's so much opportunity in it. In terms of mortgages, as Neil mentioned, we don't have a lot of mortgage banks in Ghana.
Yeah.
When it comes to asset technologists, when it comes to even using technology in the real estate industry, I was in a sense excited to see Alexa in Neil's building, and so there are a lot of opportunities within real estate. Big data. You mentioned the cost of buildings in Ghana. I believe that one of the things that we lack is data on some of these things. If we are able to leverage big data, we'll be able to come up with a lot of information when it comes to pricing and all these things, data analysis and all that. So I think there are a lot of opportunities. We should look at it in that regard.
I am being hurried off the stage because of time. So what I'm going to do is thank the panel, Napoleon Kofi from Miners, Daniela Moyal, Kappa A to Z, and Neil Oku from Golden Coast Developers. They are around. They all have stands. They'll be here again tomorrow. They have websites. Please connect with them. Let's make Ghana work again. Thank you. Let's bring back our MC. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Bernard, and your amazing panelists. Ladies and gentlemen, in a short while, we break for lunch. Before that, however, it's important that we hear from one of our partners, the Diaspora Affairs Office of the President. Please welcome the Director, Mr. Akwesi Ewua Ababio, for his closing remarks.
And the renewed enthusiasm around building Africa together.
It is my singular honor.
I am excited and keen on this new initiative. I am excited and keen on this new initiative of Beyond the Return and the renewed enthusiasm around building Africa together.
It is my singular honor to formally outdoor the pillars of the Beyond the Return program and hope that these pillars will firmly drive Beyond the Return project to do more for Ghana.
One of the main pillars for the Beyond the Return program is the return conversations that are going to happen every now and then.
excited that this benevolent society has been doing this work to complement what the government has been doing, to make sure that basic needs like water is available to the people.
Invite everybody that Africa is home.
And it's even
Africa
going to be better tomorrow.
is ready. And
Please
Ghana
let me
is
take
ready
the opportunity
to
say hi
receive
to you all.
you.
And standing on all the protocols already established, say thank you, and let's see what these closing remarks can give us. I'm very mindful of the fact that if woe betides you, if they ask you to do closing remarks and everybody's waiting to go for lunch. and you make it a long thing. You know, you stop talking when the room is empty. And I'm not going to let that happen to me. So on that note, I just want to say how, excited we are. You just seen this clip that basically tells you something about the diaspora and what we can do together as government organizations working to make sure that we harness that potential, that untapped resource that is out there, which is what we have been doing. Some few years ago, even though that word has always been in the dictionary, diaspora, it was hardly a byword in Ghana here. It was not, few people knew about it. I remember going to a funeral and being announced as the director of diaspora, and people were looking at me in some funny way, like, what is diaspora? But thank God, fast forward to today, and you can see what the diaspora is, where the diaspora is in the overall scheme of things. We are right in the center of everything. We are being seen as partners. We are being seen as collaborators of this journey that we have to embark on to make sure that we develop the country for ourselves. And you saw it with the year of return when we had that strategic partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Ministry of Tourism and GTA, what we delivered. That was, seriously speaking, made a big impact in 2019. Before that, we had started mobilizing right from 2017 when the president, asked and tasked some people here who are available to also, project the diaspora and make sure that the diaspora became a key component for our development efforts. And today, we see the benefits that we can all, relate to. So I'm excited in this respect that, this partnership with GIPC is also another phase of where we want to go as a country. We are going to make sure that the few days at our disposal and the few years, course of these 10-year programs, we are going to really, really let people know that the diaspora can be strategic partners and that we need their support. We need to harness their resource. We need to bring them to bear on whatever we do as a country. I think other development initiatives would also be coming along where strategically the diaspora would be essential. And it's in respect of, for instance, we would be making sure that the diaspora and the traditional leadership, are brought face to face to see what they can do together in terms of, development. And again, in respect of diaspora and our education, how they've already made an impact, but that emphasis can be, and the headlights can be thrown on that initiative. Last year, we had that conference which just didn't get that much of mileage or didn't get that much of highlighting, but serious efforts are being undertaken to make sure that that also, happens. But I think it is through the associations and the, various organizations that we have in the diaspora and even here in Ghana that, again, we need to be highlighting to let people know the investment that they bring to bear in our communities. And that is something that, I guess, we would also be looking to work effectively on. But for tomorrow, I guess if you think today is exciting and today was very revealing, then perhaps you have no reason to stay away tomorrow, because you get some big guys coming and, they're going to lay bare all the things that you need to know to take advantage of the investment climate going forward. And of course, we will be seeing names like the Minister for Finance himself, Ken Oforiatta, and just as well, you see the talk of the town gentleman, AFC, FTA Secretariat big boss himself, in the name of His Excellency Wakinle Meni, the General Secretary, coming over himself. It's almost fait accompli to say that, yes, with the AFSCTA coming over in Ghana, there's that window of opportunity for businesses, for investment, for things to happen. And that is something that you should look forward to as you have that interaction for tomorrow. So, all in all, tomorrow promises to be very exciting, and I will entreat you to find time, come early, and make sure that you become part and parcel of this initiative that we are, being shepherded to by GIPC, as we want to make sure that, the investment opportunities that are out there are all, made visible and transparent, and you're given the opportunity to relate to it. I think the diaspora will forever remain a big asset, very much, untapped, even if you think we have already tapped some aspect of it. If you think about it, the amount of money and energy that goes into exploiting some of the resources that we have, our minerals, our forests, etc. Not so much goes into, this diaspora as a resource to be tapped. And that is what we have to draw our attention to, that if we should invest in the diaspora and get them to come and invest, the rewards will be just too phenomenal. On this note, I just, I suppose, have to go from here, leave you to enjoy your lunch, and look forward to coming in tomorrow to partake in this maiden investment summit that we have already been asked to make sure that it becomes a yearly thing. And I'm sure Yofi is already GIPC, and most importantly, what's her name? Marina, who has worked her socks off to make sure that, and her team, to make sure that this event comes through. Thank you.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it up for all our partners, the Diaspora Affairs Office of the President, the Beyond the Return Secretariat, the Diaspora and African Forum, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Regional Integration, Ministry of Information, the German government through the implementing agency, GIZ, our sponsor, KGL Group, and our media partner, City FM. One more time, please. Today is not entirely over, because at 3 o'clock, all those who have registered for the B2B, that's business to business, and G2B, government to business, together with the PPP arrangement, would all convene here. I'm told you are a total of about 20 companies. So at 3 o'clock, this room will be set for those engagements. All is set down for us to bring our proceedings to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for lunch. Lunch would happen in the adjoining room. We'll all be led out in sections, so please don't be in a hurry. There's enough to go around everybody. My name is Jerry Ajololo, and I'm thankful for the pleasure of your time and your company. We shall resume tomorrow at 8 o'clock, so please be prompt and make sure that you tell everyone to also plug in and enjoy this conversation. Thank you very much.
Located at the center of the world, Ghana is the best investment destination in West Africa and ranks as West Africa's first in the Ease of Doing Business Report 2019. It was projected as one of the fastest growing economies in the world, with a growth rate of 6.8% in 2019, and has been declared as Africa's new bright spot after being ranked 4th in the world and 1st in Africa in the 2019 Global Retail